The film begins with Thomas returning home, only to learn that his sister has been kidnapped. She manages to send a letter to their father, saying he must come to an island and pay the price if he wants her back alive. Otherwise, she will be killed. Determined to save her, Thomas sets out, taking a train to the coast and then a boat to the island. Before boarding, he notices his ticket looks different from the others, raising suspicion. He quickly swaps it with another man's ticket. On the boat, he sees that a cross has been marked on that man's luggage. The next morning, as they arrive on the island, Thomas witnesses that man being taken away. New arrivals are welcomed and given empty bottles. In his room, Thomas finds a book written by the island's leader, Malcolm, who calls himself the island's angel and father. Most people on the island are fugitives or outcasts. The next day, Thomas meets the island doctor, who turns out to be Malcolm's daughter. He spots the man whose ticket he took being dragged away, now badly tortured. Later, during a church gathering, Malcolm tells how he and 2 criminal friends escaped prison and built this island into a free community. He claims the gods saved them and made him their chosen angel. He promises a society without currency, taxes or war, only freedom. During his sermon, Thomas sees a mysterious woman only he can see, until eventually Malcolm sees her too and eyes Thomas with suspicion. Meanwhile, the captors discover they've taken the wrong man. There's no money in his belongings. They realize the real rescuer, Thomas, is already hiding on the island and kill the captured man. Malcolm's friend's son, Jeremy, is secretly in love with the daughter of another of Malcolm's allies. That night, Thomas sees people filling their bottles with blood. He spies Malcolm entering a hidden passage and later sees Jeremy with his lover, confirming their relationship. Outside every door, blood-filled bottles are placed. Thomas copies this by using another's blood. When he cuts his hand on his key, a terrifying woman appears, licking the spilled blood. Thomas tears a page from Malcolm's book to sketch a village map. Meanwhile, Malcolm emerges from a secret tunnel to a guarded forest house. The next morning, Jeremy thanks Thomas for not exposing his secret and, after being pressured, reveals the truth. Malcolm and his 2 friends kidnapped Thomas's sister a month ago to demand ransom from her father. The island is starving, crops are failing, and animals won't reproduce. They need outside resources to survive. Thomas threatens to expose Jeremy's secret relationship if he doesn't help. Malcolm gathers everyone to find the outsider who came for the girl. Residents must recite parts of Malcolm's book. Just before Thomas is called, a man attacks Malcolm, sent by a rival named King who wants to rule the island. Thomas saves Malcolm and gets wounded. Malcolm, grateful, swears loyalty and brings Thomas to his daughter for treatment. That night, Malcolm accuses Thomas's sister of being a spy sent by King and demands the real spy reveal himself or she will be killed. Thomas stays hidden. The next day, children torment his sister, but Malcolm's daughter secretly brings her food. That night, during a festival, Malcolm plans to search homes for the ransom. Thomas and Jeremy sneak into Malcolm's house to access the tunnel. Malcolm's men find Thomas's map and realize he's there. Jeremy's father is sent to catch him but lets them escape. Malcolm arrives and his friend enters the tunnel while Malcolm rides to intercept. Thomas hides in a blood-filled tunnel where he sees the mysterious woman again. Terrified, he flees and finds ancient deity symbols. Malcolm visits a hidden house where a goddess is imprisoned. He cuts himself, feeds her his blood, and crops begin to bloom. Malcolm's servant later hangs Thomas's sister in a sack. Thomas spends the night hiding. In the morning, Malcolm's daughter finds him and gives him fresh clothes. When Thomas questions her kindness, she insists her father isn't a killer. Thomas reveals the truth. Shaken, she believes him and takes him to the poisoned fields where they can hide. Malcolm finds his friend gone and preparing a boat with Jeremy. Jeremy meets his lover, who reveals she's pregnant. Her father later kills her in anger. Jeremy attacks him, but the man escapes and falsely accuses Jeremy of murder. Guards hunt Jeremy. The false leader claims he's the true ruler and calls for Jeremy's purification. Jeremy finds Malcolm's daughter and asks for help, but they're caught. Malcolm's daughter and Thomas try to stop the execution, but Jeremy is killed. Thomas is captured, and Malcolm confronts his traitorous friend. The man mocks Malcolm as a false angel and challenges him to kill Thomas. Malcolm agrees, but his daughter intervenes. Just then, Jeremy's grieving father shoots, saying the goddess must die. He flees, chaos erupts, and Thomas breaks free, fighting his way into the woods.